Bravo. Wow. I really like the way you build up the tension throughout the piece, because really how it started is that it's creeping in the wall, right? It's like a spider that's just like lurking in the wall and you never knew it existed, and then suddenly it comes to you in your bed and you're like, ooh, you know? That's really what the middle section is about, right? Because like the whole thing of it's just like something that's trying to creep up to you, and then it walks away in the shadow, and then it walks again, creeps up to you, getting a little bit closer, and then he creeps up and back again, and then now it really creeps up to you and it touches you. There you go, exactly. So I want you to create that drama from the very opening, because if you look at the score, right, it actually goes from down here, right, and it goes from there until here. So show us that you start from here, and that it creeps to the right, and then it finally gets here, right? And the dynamic goes from piano to mezzo forte. So show us that from the distance, creeping from the distance. Yes. Beautiful. I like that a lot. Now, something to just experiment. He wrote pedal just the first beat. It's just a kind of nudge. Come on, get closer. Get closer. Okay, now go touch the human, you know? It's like it's that kind of joke. Should we try from the opening? Experiment with just very slight pedal, very slight. I think what happened is that you ended up pressing the left pedal instead of the right. The idea was correct, but let's do the other foot. Should we try one more time? Oh, when we got to the forte, it felt quite the same as this. So I would challenge you to just think more or like map out how loud is a mezzo forte and how loud is a forte. Because I really like what you did in here, but that means in here, you would have to do a little more. Otherwise, if we're doing a dictation and I'm writing everything that you do, I would still write mezzo forte. But you want me to write forte, right? Not mezzo forte. So let's explore that. And don't forget, I noticed that you pedal this and everything else, but not that bar. So something for you to think about, because he did write holding the pedal for a bar and a half. Right? Okay, let's try from here. I like it when they just smile back at me and say nothing. Don't forget the pedal. There we is that he had written all this accent on the 11th. Right? And let me teach you something. So we all want to build finger strength, right? And this is a very technically demanding passage. One tip that I could teach you right now is that, believe it or not, the thing about making a loud sound is not about how much we're tightening our fingers, but rather it's about opening the key. And I would encourage you to explore. I don't know if you noticed, but when I play a chord, for example, let's just play this chord. Play it with me. Okay, this is what I'm going to show you right now. I see a lot of this. What do you see me doing here? It's quite low and it's quite tight. Now, this is where I'm going to encourage you to think. Do you know the doorknob that you turn this way? Putting down a chord is very similar to that motion. Yeah, exactly. Do you see how we're rotating this? And instead of doing this, which is when we lock our hand, we actually think about doing this motion because we're going with gravity at this point. Yeah, do you feel how it's actually more open already? Now, what we can do in the practice room is really just feeling that. Yeah. Good. Exactly. The sound is so much more open, but we don't actually have to work so hard because what happens now is that we're actually going with gravity. And if we're friends with gravity, gravity will be friends with us too. So that means more bigger sound. So in here, for example, when we're playing this part, right now I'm hearing a lot of this. It's very tight in here. So what I encourage you is to just practice the. And if you want, you can also do the same. This is also the same technique too. With the second finger, it's the rotation. Exactly. Yes. And you feel how when you go down, it just rests on the key, right? You're not holding, you don't need to stand on it, and you won't slip, you will not make a mistake, because what happened is that you're not locking, so you're already and you don't actually have to work so hard, because what happened is that we think that we'll get a bigger sound by gripping the key, but the more we grip, the tighter the sound will be, because we're fighting it. So what do? Make friends with gravity. We just drum it and we just let it sing. Exactly that. Wow, give me a high five. I'm so proud of you. It took me 6 years to understand that. It took him only 5 minutes. Alrighty. Shall we explore maybe from here? Don't worry about it right now. It's just something for you to explore at home. Okay? Okay. To explore less left hand. All the harmony. And then right, and then is standing and he goes, right? That's the most. And then he tries again one more time. So I want you to create that feeling of longing. Bum bum. Dee da dee da 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 yum bum bum. Yeah, I already hear you. One more time. Now, I'm hearing a lot of. I would encourage you to really hold. The left hand doesn't lift until the right hand plays. That's what he writes. So make sure we're not doing this. Have you ever heard the sound of train wheels? Like a train. Yeah. Do you know the sound? It's never. It's always. It's sustained. Exactly. See, your fingers are doing this. Now I'm gonna tell you what you're doing right now. You do this. You go halfway and you stop, and then you go half. So we want something that's like really well oiled. Play it slowly for me. Play it slowly for me. Exactly. Beautiful. Perfect. So now, same tempo with the same feeling, bum 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 bum, but at the pedal. He wrote pedal for the first bar and a half, right? So try that. Experiment with that. Oh, but hold the pedal. He asked us to hold it. So. Exactly, yes. Exactly. Beautiful. Was that fun? You want to try that a bit faster? Okay, sounds good. Let's do it. Well, you already lifted, but that was a good idea. Exactly. Exactly. So something for you to experiment at home. Okay. Now we don't have to do it. So shall we? Yeah. Let's go on. Full tempo. Start from the same place and full tempo. Amazing. Okay. So now, 2 bars before cadenza. He's no longer doing tuku tuku tuku. Now he just does this one giant rainbow. And then one giant rainbow. He's trying to transport us from one world to another world. So why don't we create magic with that? So now we're creating a tornado. You know how when a whirlpool happens, it doesn't immediately go big, right? It has to start small. And then it gets bigger, and then it gets bigger, and then it gets bigger, and then now it just sucks everything in and it's rolling fast. But it has to start. The momentum has to start from somewhere. Those 2 bars are your momentum. And really listen to the interval. How tight. And no crescendo yet. Something like that. I've never played the piece. I don't know the piece. But you know, shall we explore maybe from these 2 bars? Pianissimo. Very close. But I think the second bar is already too loud. I challenge you to stay far in the horizon. Like you see a tornado coming, but it's not here yet. It's still miles and miles, and it's like in the town over, but you can see it coming. keep it there. Don't get it too close to your house. Don't get it too close to your house. Not too fast. Yeah, exactly. So for that, and hold the pedal because the pedal doesn't live until now. He wants us to have all this cluster. He wants us like and then you start and then you go down right? Let's start from this place. And actually, you don't have to start fast immediately because what he wrote here is alla cadenza. What is a cadenza?
I have no idea.
That's okay. We're all here to learn. I had to learn this term though at some point too. It means to play it with great freedom. There is 60 notes, but you can bend them as much. It's supposed to sound like it comes from yourself in the moment. You've been inspired, like, oh, I'm gonna go improvise now. I'm not gonna do what he had told me to do here. I'm gonna do something else. So make it sound like that. And what you can do is that in those 2 bars, when he starts getting faster, faster. But don't start fast just yet. Trust me, it'll be more exciting. Very good, except you lift the pedal before you get here. When you're supposed to help it up and then and the next one, don't play full tempo. Really bite each of them. Instead of right? You already propelled the ball up. Now it's gonna go down. But you know how when you throw a ball up in the air, it's gonna stay at that high point for like 0.5 seconds. We need that 0.5 seconds to happen. It's like a roller coaster. Have you ride a roller coaster before? Let's go. When you get to the top and then you go down, you don't just do this and this. It goes up and then it lounges down. That is what's happening here. He propels you up and then want to try it from anywhere you'd like to try? Oh, that was good. But be fearless. So what if you hit the wrong note? And then what he does is that and then he goes he does so slow down same place maybe. When you get here, right? And then he goes, I want you to slow down just the 4 note, only 4 note, so that people understand that now you're going a different direction when you went, so that their ears can pick up on that. Because we know the music, they don't know the music. I didn't know the music, certainly I didn't know. Should we try one more time?
dream. This is not a real reality. We're in a dream state now. So tell a story, okay? Let's go from the. It's a swing. Don't rush. Okay, one more time. Really play legato. Right now I hear a lot of. You're playing the notes, but you're not playing the harmony. And then if Emily actually, just for fun, don't play the 8 notes. Only play the melody da da dee da ya da bum bum with the left hand. Would you be able to do it? Okay, good. I highly recommend practicing it so you really get a sense of the piece. Can you play just the right hand? Just the right hand, only the melody. No. Good. Okay, now I hear very singing this. I don't hear that you hear the chromatic. Right now I hear bum 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 bum. Have you ever played those radio speaker setting where you volume up and volume down? But it's like a switch that does this? Do you know what I'm talking about? It feels like that. It's very tight. You feel it going to the right and going to the left. It's the same as this. Wanna try? Yes, thank you. Great. Okay, now play with the left hand. Everything. Everything, but keep the left hand piano for now and forte on the right hand, just as an exercise. Wanna try? Oh, play the right hand loud and play the left hand soft. Just so that you can adjust to the harmony and listen to what's happening. Amazing, okay. Beautiful. Okay, I love that 4 bars. I think when we start here, bum, pee-da, this one can have more effort rather than bottom, bum, pee-da, and really sing. If you're a singer and you're trying to hit a high note, you won't hit it da-da, tee-da. You would actually ease and lean to that note. So I want you to have effort in here. And don't forget, there's a piano subito in here. Okay? One more time from here, and then we go. Then you go and spin and return, right? Now, this is how I like to imagine tension. Because the writing in here, what happens is that it goes from here and then it does this, right? You know what I think of? Have you ever opened a bag of potato chips? Fritos. You know, like how you open from the middle section and then you do this and then you tear open, but it's sticky, right? It doesn't just rip. You actually have to like, do that. Imagine that resistance of opening a bag of potato chips. Trust me, this sounds stupid, but anything for the imagination, right? But it's that motion. And then and then you eat the potato chip. Exactly, but you don't get to eat it yet until you finish the piece. Shall we try from the D minor chord? Bum, ba, da, dum, and really feel the tension. But it's double. So it's really the left hand that is creating the crescendo. T. The right hand is just throwing tantrum. But it's really the left hand that scoops it. You see what I do? It's like a wave. It's like scooping a giant ice cream. You don't want to just do this. You want more in your cup. You go deep in the cup. You know what I mean? Okay. Shall we try from same place actually? From here. I challenge you to go even more forte. Bigger, fatter sound. Like gain 100 pounds. 100 pounds heavier. Yes. That's turbulence that we're trying to build here.
Wait, I think
Here.
you're kind of plugged off.
Here. Tee-da. That's it, yep. Do you see what he did here? This is why pedal markings are so important. I think when we're playing somebody's music, the least we could do is really look at his markings. He put in the effort to write the pedal marking, and he's very specific. In this bar, he released it in the first beat, put it down the second beat, release it in the first beat, put it down the second beat. Now, put it down in the first beat. First beat. Now, first beat, third beat. Now, first, second, third, fourth, first, second, third, fourth, everything. So he's very specific. You see how it gets tighter? Dum, 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 da, yup, up, 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 up. He's trying to build the momentum, not just through the musical of the notes, but it's also in the pedal. So if you maybe take a look at it later when you practice the piano, think about it, okay? Let's try it maybe one more time from you. Beautiful. I like that. Now, this is what he wrote. He actually wanted you to slow down all the way to the double line and then tempo one. And then you can start. The spiders is walking to you again, you know? One more time maybe from here. Yes, beautiful. Bum, 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 yum, bum, 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 bum. That feeling of going from whoa, make us go whoa. Maybe from here. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, that's pretty much the idea. One last thing. One thing. I mean, so let's see. What does forte, fortissimo, still crescendo. Really go for it. He didn't write any diminuendo. He didn't write any piano. He didn't write any forte. Even he wants you to go from fortissimo to the infinity and beyond. So really take us from Earth to Mars. I want to land on Mars by the time we finish the piece. I don't want to land back on Earth. Okay. Let's try one more time from. Where's a good spot for you to start? Do you want to start from here? Piano to fortissimo.